Welcome to the Jill on Money podcast. It is Thursday, August 19th, and this is the show where we provide unconventional and some may say entertaining insights on your money and your life. I am your host, Jill Schlesinger, and I'm always happy to be with you, Mark Talercio. He is running the program. We are both certified financial planners, which means we kind of have a different view on how to look at your financial life. So if you need a little bit of help in your financial life, maybe it's another set of eyes or two sets of eyes. Maybe it's a question that's been niggling at you. Maybe it's something else that seems silly, but you just want to throw it at us. Fine, we're happy to do that. Just send us an email, askjill@jillonmoney.com. That is what Devin did. Devin is on the line from Pittsburgh. Hey, Devin, what can we do for you?
I just have a quick question for you. I think it's fairly basic, but some of your takes on debt and paying down debt are interesting to me. So I wanted to ask you this quick question. Basically, I have a car note, and it's a nice low. I think it's 1.9% per year.
Yeah.
So I owe about let's call it 14 on the car.
Okay.
And I have a kind of a cash savings bucket, and there's about let's call it 28K in there. And I'm really, really tempted to pay off the car with that cash.
Because you hate that. You hate it. You hate it. You hate the car.
I just want to get rid of it because that's the only debt that I have right now.
Okay, well, that's great.
And I just want to be debt-free, and it's really just a psychological thing. But what I would do with that $400 a month payment that I pay towards the car is probably put it into an IRA, which then would get me some tax benefits there.
Okay.
But then it would also obviously take a nice chunk, pretty much half of my cash savings right now, which I want to use to potentially buy a house, maybe buy. It's not quite an emergency fund, but it's more of an investment fund.
Do you have a separate emergency reserve fund?
I do not. I would say, in my mind, 5 or 10 of that is emergency.
Mm-hmm. How much do you earn, Devin?
It's called about $100 a year.
Okay. Are you putting money into a employer-based retirement plan right now?
I am, yeah.
How much?
I think I put in, if I'm remembering correctly, it's about 15% of my of my pay.
401k straight up?
No, you know what? I think it's more like 12-13% into the IRA where I get the tax benefit now.
Uh-huh.
So I put in the max to a Roth, whatever percentage that is, and then 4 or 5% into another tax advantage HSA.
Okay.
So all in all,
so that's good.
That I'm saving.
That's awesome. That's great. Okay. Here's the thing. You make $100,000. You've got this car payment. Where do you live? You got a rental or are you living at home?
We rent a house. It's about $1,200 a month.
Oh, cheap. When you say we, is there a we, Kemosabe? Is there a partner?
My fiance and I.
Okay. And fiance, how about the earning potential over there? How much does the fiance make?
She is a school teacher, so I don't know, maybe half what I make.
Yeah, but steady, man, steady. But you make good money together. That's the good news.
Yeah.
If you are looking at a home to buy, I mean, first you're going to get married probably. How much do you think you'd need to spend on a home that you'd want to live in for a while?
It's a great question. I'm not a big fan of starter homes. Mm-hmm. And so all in all, I'd say about $300 would probably be the final price of a home that we would buy.
How many years left on the car loan?
About 2.5 out of 5.
You're going to hate me. Keep the dumb car loan. Just keep it. Don't worry. You're going to, because you know what? You'll pay it off. It's cheap money. You'll pay it off. At the point when you have that $400 a month, then you're going to start jamming more cash into that account so that you can accumulate the money you need for your home down payment. You know, I presume that it's probably the timing's about right, because when are you getting married?
November.
You know, look, the $1,200 a month rent is such a good number that I'm not, unless you hate the place, it's nice to stay there and just pop a lot of money in. You're putting money into your retirement, which is great. You know, you are putting about 20% away, which is a fantastic savings goal. How old are you?
33.
I mean, you're young. So I would say you're doing exactly what you should be doing. If you end up making more than 100, if all of a sudden you're making 120 and you want to start saving more aggressively for the house, that's great. But I would keep the car loan because your liquidity is kind of the keys to the kingdom, that money that's sitting in cash. So if you found that you get married and then it's a year from now, and you say, oh, I actually found a house that I want for $300,000. We have we got some wedding money. There's $35,000 in cash. We're going to take that money, even though we're not putting 20% down. We'll put less than 20% down. We can get into a house we love, whatever. You run the numbers and it works. That's one thing. But if you've paid off the car loan, you don't even have the choice. You need that money because you've got stuff to do. So the good news is the car loan's cheap and it's gone in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So
I barely drive it either.
If you're feeling like, oh, I really just want to buy a house. Like, patience is going to be a very necessary component to you going through this process. Get married, settle in, start, looking at how you guys want to manage your money together, go through that process, and then call me back and we'll talk about buying a house. How's that?
Yeah, I might hold you to that, Jill.
All right. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm good.
All right.
I'm all good.
I'll talk to you in 9 to 18 months. Then.
Excellent. Okay. Well, listen, the car market's pretty tight right now. So if you're looking to buy a car or maybe buy a used car, good luck. And if you've got money to pay off a loan, let us know because maybe we can help you figure out whether or not that's a good idea. If you are sending us your messages, whatever questions you have, don't forget to let us know. If you are willing to come on the air live with us, Mark will do the rest. Okay, don't forget to lift someone up today. Grit, growth, grace. We'll talk to you tomorrow.